This video is going to be about how to stop being so anxious, how to stop being so attached to the relationship you're in, and having the ability to walk away, no problem. Okay, now this is something I've struggled with a lot as a young guy. Like, this was even long ago. I'm 19 now, 17 when I started dating and stuff, and that shit hit me, bro. When you're 17, you're dumb and shit, but like, I literally had no like knowledge of how fucking scary it is. I don't know, maybe I have a disorder or something like that, but my mind is like super active. Okay, since I was a kid, I'd be imagining fucking superhero scenarios and shit like that. My mind is always racing. So when girls started coming into my life, my mind would be like constant. Good thing is, this was only for the initial period of my dating life. I managed to change it very, very quickly. I had to do it on my own, and I didn't have this information that I needed. So this is for anybody who overthinks their relationship about, you know, once you get the girl, you're like, oh my god, you're like kind of scared. You're like, you can't sit in your own skin and just be comfortable, and you're just like worried, oh, she's gonna walk away, or the pain of when that girl leaves you, right? That shit haunts you, as it haunted me. So of course, this all starts from a reckless or like a childhood that doesn't really teach you this shit, or a first relationship that leaves you a bit scarred. Okay, now I'm not complaining or anything right now, I'm just fucking telling you how it happens. Everything happened, had to happen, and it happened perfectly correct. I wouldn't change it in any way. But I want to tell you something that I wish I knew earlier, and I want to give you some insight. The main thing you need when you start dating a girl is the ability to let everything go. Okay, it's the ability to let her go, the relationship go, the friendship, and just, you know, continue living your own life. And now I know that sounds grim. Right now I'm in a different position. I'm not dating like I used to, right, with the old cuddly girlfriend and stuff like that. It's like, it's not that normal kind of relationship that I do anymore, because back then, right, the idea of me walking away from this girl was like scary as fuck. I'm like, couldn't think of it. Like I had this attachment, right? Now of course this comes from childhood trauma, or just childhood like attachment to your parents which hasn't been resolved, shit like that, right? That's every modern young guy's problem. I'm glad I was able to solve it quite early. The thing is, you get attached when you see the girl. When you're with the girl, you have this like motherly attachment. I know it sounds really weird, but it's like this motherly attachment that you have. Like, if you think back to a time maybe when you were in primary school or preschool or kindergarten, when your parents dropped you off, you were like, oh my god, I want to be with my parents. Like, that's how I was, right? When I was a kid, I'd be like, oh fuck, I don't want to be here, I want to go see my family, I want to be with my mom. You know, you grow up, you know, you move on with life, you know, as every child does. But that doesn't get resolved until you finally accept that it's just you in this world. And that's a good thing. If it's just you, you are free to do whatever you want. There's nothing holding you back. You don't have any like umbilical cord kind of like life support. That's the kind of mindset you have. You know, you're with your mom, but then you still have this attachment for women. So when you get the girl, you have this kind of like connection where you don't want to let her go, right? That this is pretty deep. At some point, it's supposed to crack in your brain that, fuck, I don't really need nobody. I don't really need anything, really. I don't really need anybody to like hold me and give me life support. I can do anything on my own. The whole world is my oyster. I can go, the world is a big pussy that I can fuck, right? Scarface. That's the kind of energy you need to develop. But in order to do that, you need to go to the pain of cutting that umbilical cord, of course, metaphorically, and which is the pain of anxiety you have in a relationship. In order to completely get rid of it, if you're anxious about the girl you're with right now, if you're anxious about all this shit right now, I'm telling you, develop the capability to walk away. That comes internally from who you are. Once you achieve that, you are unstoppable. You don't care. Right? You can walk away and carry on with your day-to-day. Much easier said than done. I'm at a point where I can do it, and it's no problem, right? But somebody with less experience would be like, wait, why would I do this? This girl's great, but my anxiety's in my head. I'm sure she's a good girl and shit like that. But the thing is, if your life is not peaceful, something's gotta change. Maybe you don't have to ditch the girl, but you need to flip in your mind that, okay, this girl's great, fine, but I cannot depend on her, because that's only gonna make you a burden in her life and ruin your own life, if you know what I mean. The moral of the story, bro, be willing to walk away. You know, be like, okay, I don't need you, I don't need this. Right, that's something I struggle with. I remember it would scare the fuck out of me, right? When I first broke up with my girlfriend, like, bro, I couldn't sleep, right? To the point where my sleep was taken away from me. Like, I was fucked up in the head. Now, it's at a point where it doesn't matter, because I've been through that fucking pain, right? I've calloused that part of my brain to the point where it's like, you know what, fuck it, there's many girls out there. I've had enough experience to know that. But if you're in a relationship right now, just know that you'll be alright with or without her. And there's plenty of girls out there, and you need to stop being so attached to it. You need to spend some time on your own, work on things that you care about, and just live your life. Stop being so much up in your head, like, oh my god, thinking about this and that. If there's any form of anxiety in your mind with the relationship, confront it. If it's still there, if it persists, let it go. You only get one life. You might as well do it in a nice, fun way. You're gonna die in the next fucking 80, 90 years. We ain't here for long. Might as well make it nice, make it peaceful. Make it adventurous, but make it peaceful. You don't need all this fucking mental baggage dragging around in your head. That's why I had for a long time. But now I'm fucking finally free. That aspect of my mind is finally fucking free. And again, that only comes with experience. I can't tell you a quick fix. Just go through it, you know, date multiple girls, Like, you'll realize that, okay, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to get so attached to it. What you do need to commit yourself to is your work, what you want to accomplish, the things you want to do, what you want to become, whatever it means to you. So I hope this video helps, man. I don't remember anybody really speaking about this back then. Like, I used to be really anxious in relationships, and it used to make my relationships dissolve. It wasn't a good energy, especially when you're dating an older girl like I used to do. But yeah, man, just have that energy about you. Like, it's fine, you're fine, okay? No matter what happens, you're cool as a fucking cucumber, okay? Fucking sea cucumbers, whatever. You're fine. It's all about having that internal peace. When you have the internal peace, the world around you just becomes like a flower garden. It just starts to develop, right? Once you have the internal peace, and that only comes from enough confidence knowing that you are fine on your fucking own. Think of yourself as if any of you have read like Vagabond or something like that. Think of you as Musashi, you know? You're just walking around Japan, you know, on your own. You don't have any home. You don't have any of that. I haven't read the whole thing, but you don't have any home. You're just like traveling. You're just on your own. It's just you and your sword. Right, walking around, you meet people, you meet a girl, you know, real quick, and you move on. That's how it is for us, man. Not entirely, but if you live with that kind of energy that you're fine on your own, that way you'll start attracting the right people. Fucking trust me on that, bro. I hope you like this video. I hope it helps in any way. If you still feel some sort of anxiety in your relationships, feel free to DM me. I don't mind. I'll help you out. A lot of you guys have DM'd me from watching these videos recently, which I am thankful for. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. With that being said, I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.